currencies are mutual value of currencies are governed by things like trade deficits, etc., is simply not true. The value of the United States dollar is entirely governed, as I was saying earlier when I quoted that currency strategist, it's entirely governed by the extent to which the rest of the world, particularly rich people and foreign financial institutions and so on, want to buy dollar-denominated assets. And as we know, recently, I mean, over the last year or more, in fact, the stock market and there's been an everything bubble in the United States, and the stock markets in particular are going up had been going up at a very crazy rate. And all of that was driven by this expectations around technology, artificial intelligence, blah, blah, and so on. The Magnificent Seven were basically powering the rise of the stock market. So it is that. It is not the deficit. So I think what you are saying merely adds to the kind of mumbo jumbo that's been that's been put about by the Trump administration about why it is engaging in this tariff behavior, right? So in that sense, the valuations of the currencies, if Trump wants to really deal with the fact that the dollar is overvalued, he should simply prick the asset bubbles. He should re-regulate the financial sector so that they do not inflate asset bubbles, and that would also essentially put an end to the dollar system, which would then be fine. The world can move on to some more reliable, better, less destructive, less harmful way of managing international payments. All of that would work, and I think that would be our answer to the dollar story, right?
Yes, but Trump doesn't realize he has a different story from our story. That is
no, exactly. So we are so that's why I'm saying this is our answer to his dollar story and his currency.
Well, his illusion is that if countries didn't stabilize their balance of payments by buying dollars, their currency would go up, America's currency would go down. And he said, that's what we want. We want a lower dollar. Because if we have a lower dollar, somehow this will make our industry more competitive. Now we can export our high-speed trains at a lower price against China's high-speed trains. But, we don't produce any high-speed trains. We don't have the range of industrial exports to export that can be somehow less costly. That's what's so funny.
Exactly. And, there's also some other very absurd things that are going on. So apparently, there have been huge tariffs that are imposed on countries that export coffee and chocolate.